I still remember I was printing my final year project for submission, and then the company called me up for interview, so just went. Yeah, and then for me myself, I didn't expect of any range of salary. Of course, the higher the better, but when the company willing to take me, I just take the job lah. Yeah, that's for me lah. In 8 years ago.
Can we talk about the unemployment issue first before we go into insurance?
Can.
Can. Right.
No problem.
So Daniel is actually a young grad. You
Correct.
graduated 3 years, 2 years, right?
1 year and a half.
1 year, 2 years, because you started part time with us, ma.
Yeah.
1 year and a half, 2 years, he graduated. Yeah, lah, when you're intern half a year with us. So when you graduated, and tell us about your friends and all that. Did they actually get a job? Is it difficult?
Luckily, my circle of friends are quite good in searching for a job. So I think 90% of them have a job currently. So because my circle of friends is quite nice. Hai, siapa yang tengok ni? Tahulah So mostly what I see is from my outside of circle of friends, they are struggling in searching a job.
Why?
In their course. For example, they taking IT in college, university. They wanted to get a job in IT also. They will have some difficulties because their expectation and the salary that been given out doesn't match up.
Why is it so difficult for them to actually find a job? Why is it so hard? I mean, finding a job, there's plenty of job out there, right? I suppose.
So when they don't get the salary that they want, do they still search for IT related jobs, or they look at other fields?
Sometimes they do for a couple of months. After that, they try to branch out.
Oh,
Usually that's what happened lah.
I think that's what happened nowadays lah. With
Correct.
most of the grads. I remember when I was a fresh grad. Yeah,
When is that?
2012. 2012. Alright.
8 years.
8 years ago.
Brother, tua dah brother.
Relax lah, jiwa muda.
So the child prodigy, he graduated when he was 12.
2012. So I got like 24 years of experience.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it, right?
Okay. Yeah, but for me actually, that time as fresh grad, yeah, I didn't, how to say, I still look for job, but it's not really an urgency lah. So the jobs just come like that lah, for me. I still remember I was printing my final year project for submission, and then the company called me up for interview, so just went. Yeah, and then for me myself, I didn't expect of any range of salary. Of course, the higher the better, but when the company willing to take me, I just take the job lah. Yeah, that's for me lah. In 8 years ago.
So long ah.
Yeah.
So how about one when you graduated like donkey years ago, was it hard for you?
No, it was not.
You have to speak loud a bit.
Yeah, it was not difficult. I got lucky. So the first job I applied to, I got in, and it was relatively high paying. That was in 2011, and the pay was 3,700. I still remember. So that's like close to. Yeah, that's a lot lah. Even today's standards.
It's a lot more than me. First job is 2,400.
Not bad
Yeah.
Yeah, my first job 1,008 only.
Okay lah, you
Yeah.
got commission, right?
Yeah, because I got commission. My first job was actually in the medical line. I was with Johnson & Johnson as a sales rep. Yeah. But what is happening to today's kids? I heard from a lot of employers, we do a lot of corporate insurance. We hear from a lot of HR telling us that young kids nowadays don't speak English. And that is one problem if you are an international GLC, if you are an MNC company, a multinational company, you will have a problem employing people who cannot speak English. Is that a problem, Alif, to your friends?
All my friends are good speaking English. Very good in speaking English.
Melayu boleh tak?
Of course, Melayu boleh lah.
Oh.
These two languages is our expert mah.
Why? Because I understand from a lot of people, they keep telling us the young Malays nowadays don't speak proper English. Is it something like a perspective just a fake, an incorrect perspective, or just tell us why is their English so good and why there's a general perspective that the young Malay don't speak very well.
Since childhood, my own experience doesn't maybe correlate with what the industry sees. I speak English since I was 7 years old.
Wow.
My parents exposed me to movies, English. Like they don't care to watch Malay movies, so just English movies.
So it's actually from the family now.
Of course, you bring up from childhood lah. But all my friends also never have the problem of speaking English. Just that they choose to speak Malay with me. Of course lah, with among each other, usually talk Malay lah. If we do presentation in class or towards our own business nowadays, we talk English if needed. So my own circle of friends since schooling days, high school days until college is good English. So sure, some of my friends English not very good, but how do you value not very good and good? Maybe the company expectation maybe too high. English like speaking like a British. Hello, like that.
So try again.
Cannot lah. Like one time only. Cannot. So I don't know. I did not go to a lot of interviews, company interviews. Fresh grad into the industry already, right? So maybe Wan and Moses have more interviews session with their own working. Please share.
I would like to chime in. I think it's a myth.
Yeah.
Every graduate who goes through, at least in Malaysia, the university system, you'll have at least a working, what do you call it? You have a working level of English, maybe not conversationally, but you can understand all the work emails, what is required. So I think it's more than just language. It's not because of, and it's not just based on race. It's not a Malay problem.
I mean, no, of course it's not. The Chinese, it's the same.
Yeah, I agree with that because from my experience, for me, I think it's just a perspective from the people who are hiring, that they can't really speak good English or whatever. Actually, most of the people I meet, right, regardless of races, yes, they can speak English to the level that everyone can actually understand. Okay, but to be really professional, it isn't. But I think from what HR point of view, the message that they're trying to convey is, they can't really communicate well, right? Because it's been done through the assessment. The assessment been done whether to hire you or not is during the interview, right? So I think the communication skill is needed, lah.
Yes.
Right? So I think that's what they're trying to say. But to be able to communicate in English, I think everyone in Malaysia can. Yeah.
But Ali, you have some statistics to tell us, right? What is the percentage of employment?
I think from December last year, 2019, it's 1 out of 5 people is unemployed, right? Yes.
You
One
mean
out of fresh graduates.
Fresh graduates.
20%. Yeah, no, 20% lah. Yeah, correct.
It's very
20%.
high, no?
Yes. If we see from degree graduates or diploma graduates, it's quite a lot for 20%. Maybe around 100k, 100 students, 100,000 students,
Not employed.
fresh graduates that unemployed.
So unemployed, like they determine this number after like 3 months or 6 months being. Usually the benchmark is 6 months. Am I right?
6 months to a year lah, should be lah.
Yeah.
Because if we quantify that by after you graduate, then do you have a job or not? Of course, it's 5 out of 5. We cannot see like if we got graduates out of college or uni, we suddenly have a job. Of course not, right? So usually we do go interviews, right? Maybe it's by places like if you are in a big city, better job opportunities, of course, right? In Kuala Lumpur, in Ipoh, Perak, Johor, Kedah, Lostar. So that's Penang. That's the big city lah, right? If you go more inwards toward towns, maybe not into, because my own study is IT based, so all we need is either a laptop or desktop, Wi-Fi. That's it.
Are you guys open to? Are your friends open to freelancing and all that?
Of course, a lot of my friends, not a lot lah. Two of my friends are actually, one staying in Bangi, one staying in Pahang, and they are collaborating via internet only. So very rarely nowadays, of course, with COVID restriction, Bangi is in like Selangor, so you cannot enter without a surat, everything. They usually use that lah, but they are working like normal because my industry is like, what I studied is IT.
Now, actually, I quite agree. We should hire a lot of young people. You know, our Mr. Ho Ho Ho, who is our video editor and also our trusted guy manning the video now. You cannot see him. He's actually behind the scene. We can see him.
Yeah, he's behind here. You cannot see him.
No, he's not even physically here. He is not even in our studio.
Correct.
In our home studio, recording this with us. He is actually in Bahau.
Negeri
100
Sembilan.
kilometers away.
100 kilometers away.
I don't know how
more
far.
than
It's
100
like
kilometers
1.5
away.
hours away.
Maybe two lah.
2 hours away, right, Bahau? He's actually in Bahau, sitting underneath a durian tree.
Because that's where get strongest Wi-Fi.
Durian, the danger there will make the
He's
signal
sitting there
stronger.
with his earphone, laughing at us now, and managing the whole show. He is remote controlling the whole thing. So when you see a switch of camera, it is not us. It is this guy 100 kilometers away, remote controlling our machines. That is technology, right?
Correct.
And to tell you the truth, when I hired him during MCO, you know, I was just thinking, yo, so far away, can or not? Will this work or not? But actually, after 6 months doing this, I think he has produced tremendous work for us. You know, all our videos are properly edited before it is released, you know. So for all of you guys out there who are employers, please hire more people. When you allow them to work from home, right, you don't have to pay like a salary like KL. Just pay maybe 10-20% lesser. But actually that guy makes more money, you know, that way, when he works from home.
Yeah.
At the old say if it's Pahang, Terengganu, whatever. Right or Ho? You're making more money, right?
Nah, he's nodding. He's nodding.
he's nodding.
He's nodding.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that's why. That's the beauty of it. Now we gave him the opportunity to stay back at his hometown, contributing back to his own society, seeing his parents every day, and taking care of his parents while he still makes a decent income.
Correct.
200 kilometers away.
No, you making it up more
Is
and
it?
more.
No,
No lah,
it's
100 lah.
No,
It's Negeri
go
Sembilan only. No.
So next round we should hire Indonesians because
No lah. Indonesian, I cannot speak Indonesian.
Always hire Malaysian first.